system. So that's at the operating system level. And what has been done to implement this is that the web browser itself, not the web application running the browser, the web browser has to have an API. Well, it has to have exposed to it an API that allows it to call whatever notification mechanism is part of the operating system and platform. And what the web application then can do is what we're doing in HTML5, well, this is not part of HTML5 actually, but it's a new piece of work that we're doing at W3C. What it allows the web application to do is request that the browser request that the operating system send a notification. And this is really simple. I mean, in action, I don't know what you would really need this for as far as Twitter goes, but what you really do need this for in the real world is, say, for example, you are using some auction site. What auction site do you use in Taiwan, by the way? Is there like Yahoo Auctions or eBay? Yeah, so one of the key use cases for this is, you know, when you're bidding on something at eBay or Yahoo Auctions or whatever you use, you want to know as soon as somebody's outbid you or as soon as some actions happen. You want to be notified right away so that you can put up another bid or do something. There's a lot of cases like that where you have a web application that's doing something and then you want to get a notification as soon as some change of state happens in that application. Well, that's what you can do with this. You can put your browser into the background. You don't have to sit there and look at your browser page, 24 hours a day. What you can do is have the browser be in the background, have that web application run in the background, and it's using AJAX or XHR to do its asynchronous communication to get updates, or it's using WebSockets or something. But what happens when some important event happens in that page, then you get this notification from the operating system, regardless of what other application you're in. So you could be in Microsoft Outlook, you could be in your Unix shell, your terminal window, your console, and you get this notification. So that's what's really important about this. This is a new piece of work that we're working on. And I have about time to show maybe one more thing here. Geolocation's really cool. I recommend exploring that. It's a pretty simple API. But one of the very most important things that I want to make a point of showing here, we have an element that's new in HTML5 that's called Canvas. And as part of the HTML5 spec itself, we have a two-dimensional drawing API for Canvas, which is cool. It lets you do a lot of cool stuff in 2 dimensions. But another thing that we have is a Canvas 3D API, which is called WebGL. And this does not work in Chrome yet for some reason, but I think it does work in WebKit, so let me see if it'll actually work. And if it doesn't work in WebKit, I may have like 1 minute left I have, so let's see. This will be a sign from the gods, if this actually works, that I am back in favor with the masters of the universe. You could hear a pin drop. 2. Wow, I don't know what's going on there. That's SVG. Canvas example. It's just loading slowly. All right, I'll talk over this while we're there. But this is a real 3D API that you can use to create 3D games like Doom or Quake. In fact, I think some of the Google guys in collaboration with somebody else actually ported Quake using WebSockets and this WebGL API to the browser, and it works. And it's probably not going to work on the screen today, but I very much recommend this. If you're a game programmer or you're interested in getting into game programming, what WebGL is going to allow you to do is create really sophisticated 3D environments, virtual environments, like World of Warcraft or whatever the rest of the stuff is that the kids do today. But you can do it in the browser, and you can distribute it over the web. You don't have to distribute it. You don't have to have users download it and install it or anything like that. All of the client software is already there in their browser, and that's what we're all about. We want everybody to have access to all these features. We want you as a programmer to be able to deploy your applications to the widest possible number of users. And the way to do that is to use JavaScript, use HTML5, and these related APIs to write your programs and distribute over the web. And I think I'm out of time. So thank you, everybody, for your patience, and I appreciate it.
好，时间不多了，那想问在场有没有人有问题？我们一个问题就好，好不好？有没有人有问题？好，如果大家都这么害羞的话，那我们就再一次以热烈的掌声，谢谢 Michael。好，那我们接下来还有一场那个，就是今天早上的 HTML5 的 session， 还有第二场的那个讲题哈，所以大家。
One more thing. We're having the HTML5 BOF. I can't remember what time that is.
Okay.
But yeah, so if people have more questions and stuff, sometime this afternoon, I can't remember when, but somebody remembers, we're having an HTML5 birds of a feather thing, BOF, around here somewhere, and I'll be there, and I'm happy to answer questions there. So, thanks.
好，就是今天晚上的 BOF 的这个参会哈，有这个 HTML BOF 好，所以如果大家对于这个Michael 还有一些问题的话，晚上都是非常欢迎大家参加这个 HTML5 的 BOF。好，所以那请大家。